Marcel, could you tell us about the scramble on fourth down? It feels like, from an outsider, it feels like it sort of ignited something or kept the second half kind of off to a start. When you made that happen, what did that feel like for you, and did that symbolize anything for you?
If I'm being honest, like I did not. I didn't know where I was in the field. I just knew I had to get somewhere. And I was honestly surprised we went for it in 4th and 12. I mean, I guess we needed to in that situation, early in the second half. But just glad I got the first down and we could continue to drive. We started to go tempo a little bit and it kind of wore them down.
Stay on the right side with Christy from the AP.
Your coaches and your teammates have talked about how you were able to stay positive and you don't dwell on bad things that happen in the game. How were you able to do that in a game like this where y'all were down so big at halftime and not only come back, but come back in such an epic way?
Yeah, I think just our biggest competition all year has been ourselves, and we killed ourselves in the first half. Whether it was drop passes, we couldn't run the ball, or I was turning the ball over. It was all us. It had nothing to do with them at all. When we get in that situation, all we need to do is just take a deep breath. And we came in and at halftime we talked and we took a deep breath and we just told each other that we didn't need to worry about the score. All we needed to beat was the clock, and so we had to go put points up. Defense had to go make stops, and that's what we did. And at the end of the day,
We can go right side front to Travis and then Tony.
Torian said that he kind of told the defense like they basically have to be perfect, not allow any points in the second half. Was a similar conversation kind of had on offense? How did y'all feel about the situation heading back out there?
Yeah, like I just said, I just told the offense that we got to become more physical. I mean, they're beating us at the line of scrimmage right now, and that's not our brand of football. We have to be physical in all phases of it, offense and defense. Honestly, I came in at halftime and we brought in the offense together, but the entire team ended up getting in a circle. So gave a little bit of a speech, just saying that we have to be physical here. We have to hit them in the mouth and can't let them push us back. Defense, keep doing what you're doing. Offense, we got to score the ball. We got to put points on the board. And defense held them, and we put points on the board. So we ended up getting the win by 1 point. Thank God we got that stop at the end of the game.
Is when you think back on that kind of halftime moment, is there one set of words or one moment that's gonna resonate with you, when you think back on it moving forward?
Honestly, I don't even remember everything that was said. Yeah, I just the message was got across to everybody, and we knew that we were still in this game. In our eyes, it didn't matter what anybody else thought. Maybe we were the worst team in the country after this game, or we knew what we were capable of. We knew we had to do, and we ended up doing it. So,
Right side front with Tony and then Aaron and Alex.
Marcel, you talk about the message at halftime. So when you got together with Coach Klein, how much was the conversation about X's and O's and changing some things up, or how much of it was just go out there and execute?
It wasn't too many changes. It was just really go out there and execute. And, once again, it was just a message of being physical. We had to hold up at the line of scrimmage. We had to be able to run the ball. We did go a little bit more tempo, a little bit, just kind of keep them off guard and not let them bring plugs and stuff like that to kind of blow up the line of scrimmage. But, there wasn't too many changes in the scheme. It's just us going out there and executing.
Left side with Aaron and then Alex.
Hey Marcel, I know you guys don't like to talk about the past or last year, but just getting this win and the way you guys got the win, just what does it mean to you personally as the leader of this team, just after the heartbreak from last year?
It means a lot. Obviously we want a revenge on this team. They were a team that kind of put us out of the question last year, and honestly, they probably could have put us in a bad position this year. Depending on the score and the team it was, and just having that one loss on our record, there's no telling what it could have done. The committee could have done something a lot crazier than we would have expected. But we got this win, and I think it was really important for us just because this team battled, and in the second half it shows what we have in that locker room, what a lot of people don't have, and what college football nowadays is, just there's not much culture and brotherhood. And I think us going in and making those adjustments as a team and not with coaches in there says a lot about what we have here at Texas A&M.
And then just Isaiah Williams, great game today. Just what have you seen in him, working with him in practice, and what kind of led to him playing the role that he did today?
Yeah, Zay's always been a great player. You know, we have a lot of talent in the room, and you know, we have a lot of depth. You know, whether it's running back room or receivers, whether it's O-line. You know, anybody goes down, there's somebody else to step up. So, really proud of him. You know, he made plays, and you know, he made some really big plays that you know a lot of people, and probably fans, probably wouldn't expect. But you know, we always knew it inside the room. So, really proud of him. Yeah.
Stay on the left side with Alex.
How hard is it from a psyche, mental standpoint for a guy that has the focus on him as the quarterback to overcome the tough first half that you did to then respond in the second?
I mean, I'd say it's probably one of the more challenging things, but I feel like I'm built for it. And you know, I've been in situations like this before, whether it's in college or high school or you know playing another sport. So it's just, you know, just staying calm and, like I said, going one play at a time and trying to beat the clock. You know, we weren't really worried about the score. We were just trying to worry about executing and doing everything to the best of our ability and just kind of making plays, getting the ball down the field, whether it's a big play or a small play. We just had to execute.
And yeah, I was going to ask you, just can you think back to a time, maybe high school or college, that you had a turnaround and a comeback like this where you ended up on top in a win?
Yeah, I'll say this: the Oklahoma State game, my bowl game freshman year, we didn't win, but you know we were you know kind of behind, and we had to bounce back a little bit from turnovers and a lot of other things. And I think you know that's kind of where it all started a little bit.
Let's go to the right side to Christy, and then TV row.
When you saw your defense get that final stop and you knew y'all were going to win the game, what was the feeling? What was the emotion? Can you take me through how you were feeling?
Relief, relief. That's what it was. I mean, I you know, I came on the field and, you know, we took that knee and I just kind of looked up with my arms up like this to God. It was just kind of just a thank you to him. And, you know, I feel like the story was kind of already written. It didn't matter how it went, but it was already written for us to win this game. So, you know, we ended up winning. Yeah, it's amazing.
Do you think being able to win in such a gritty way after being down so much will help you guys as y'all go forward trying to reach bigger goals this season?
It'll definitely help us clean things up. I'll tell you that. I don't think it'll help us any other way because this game is now behind us, so we have another opponent to focus on. But it'll change our mindsets for sure because we have Sanford and then we have a big one against Texas at Texas. So yeah.
Let's go back behind the lights to Donna, and then Tyler.
Pretty emotional moment between you and Elco after your post-game interview. You know, we don't see him be super emotional all the time, but just what does this one mean to get not just for each other but for him?
Means a lot. You know, Coach Elco, he's done something that I don't think a lot of coaches have done. You know, at certain schools, he's came in and he's changed this program. He's changed the culture of this team, and you know the people in here. There's so much love in this locker room that we have, and there's so much brotherhood. And I don't think I've ever been a part of something like this. But it's just amazing that, you know, we're playing for each other, but we're also playing for him and trying to, you know, get this win. He always makes jokes about, you know, his life being in the hands of kind of 18 to 22-year-olds. And then he says, you know, 27-year-olds like Armaje and Zeno. He makes those jokes too. But, you know, we understand that, you know, he has a family and this is his job. And we're kind of, you know, doing this all for him, but we're doing it for ourselves too.
Stay in the back with Tyler.
Yeah, Marcel, in that first half, why do you feel like the connection almost seemed off between you and your receivers? And did it seem very uncharacteristic for a lot of the drops? And I guess, why are you guys able to have the confidence to keep at it and completely flip things around?
Yeah, I mean, when you drop the ball, you know it's not anybody else's fault but yours. And when you make a bad throw, it's not anybody else's fault but yours. So we knew that we had to clean those things up. And we know what we're capable of. I mean, we have arguably the best receivers in the country, best O-line in the country, best running backs in the country. So we can compete against anybody. It's just up to us. Like I said earlier, we're our biggest competition. And we just kind of had to come out there. It's a focus thing. If you lose focus for just a little bit in this league, I mean, it can all go downhill. So we had to flip that switch in the second half.
Let's go left side middle to Matthew.
Talking about your receivers, what can you say about Ashton and Isaiah stepping up in Mario's absence?
Yeah, you know, Ashton's always been a big guy for us. I mean, he's probably one of the fastest people in that room, and he can get behind defenders at any moment. He did a really good job of just making plays, you know, run after the catch. And then Isaiah as well. You know, Isaiah kind of stepped in for Mario, played that F position. Sometimes he played the Z. We had KC at the F, but he did his assignment and he made some big plays for us this game.
Left side, the student radio, and then Rob.
Earlier in the season, you gave a message to the 12th man, and you said, if you're with us, then you're with us, and if you're not, then you're not. And in the third and fourth quarter, almost every student in the stands stayed and cheered you on until you came out with that win today. How does that make you feel that they are pushing through for the Aggies and your team, and how did that help you win today?
Yeah, I really love the 12th man. I mean, we appreciate them a lot. Appreciate them for staying. I hope they don't leave, no matter what the score is. I mean, you should cheer your team on all the way through. But they bring a lot of juice, and you see defense starting to get a lot of stops, and they start to turn up the crowd a little bit and get loud and kind of mess them up. And then when we get on the field, score touchdowns, you get electric when we're in the end zone and we're having a party, and the entire crowd's up and jumping. So it's an amazing feeling, and we really appreciate the 12th man.
Stay on the left side of Rob.
Howdy, Marcel.
Howdy.
So there are moments in Aggie sports history that you can just say a couple of words and people know what it is. For AC Law, it was the shot. If you say 7 overtime, everyone knows it's the win over LSU. Mm-hmm. How would you label this big win that the Aggies are going to be talking about for years?
I don't even know. We'll just be corny and say chills.
All right, we're going to move to the right side to Dave from the ESPN, and then finish with Carter.
Marcel, Ashton said he wasn't supposed to run that route on that play.
The one where he got hurt?
Yeah.
Yep.
So how did it end up going to him, and what was supposed to happen there?
Honestly, he just got jammed at the line and ended up in the position that KC was running into. So, I mean, I guess it ended up being good because, his defender kind of ran into KC as KC's defender was going that way too. So he caught the ball and ran up the field. I wish he stayed up and got in the end zone on that one. But, when things go wrong for you in the first half, something has to go right for you in the second. So, that was one of the plays that went right for us.
All right, and Carter will finish us off.
Marcel, I know there's still more to play, but what do you think this game did for your Heisman case?
I don't even know. Could have went up, could have went down. I threw 2 picks in the first half. I threw for 300 yards maybe in the second half. I don't know what it would do, but it doesn't matter to me. Wherever I end up. But we're just focused on winning games right now.